Ladies and gentlemen, we did it. We made it. Today is the day. Don't mind the vines on my face. That's for something else. But today is finally the day where we update the resource pack to Minecraft version 1.12. Did I get that right? I think I did. Yeah. Oh, it's an exciting day. So I waited until it fully came out so that there were no weird changes, and I think we're all good. I've gone through, I've scoured every little thing, and I think we've got it all down to a good spot. But for those of you that are new to the B-Dubs resource pack, I'm going to explain a couple of things that have been around for a little while. And then we'll get into some of the new things and some things that you guys haven't even heard about, those of you that follow very closely. But anyway, for our diorite, our andesite, our granite, we have textures that match the cobblestone texture. And that, I think, makes them a much more usable block as far as building is concerned. Also gives you some really cool ways to kind of do some blends and some gradients with your building blocks. Also made the smooth versions, the polished versions, that's it, into a brick texture, which is varying. As we go up, the bricks will change. There we go. You'll get some different types of bricks as we go. So that varying texture kind of continues throughout in a lot of these stone blocks. Different types of cobblestone that vary. Different types of diorite, granite, and andesite. All of them varying, which helps make the build a little bit more interesting, in my opinion. So yeah, we've got that going, but that's been around for quite some time. I just made some changes. There were some textures I didn't like. I added some new ones, and this pack is always evolving, so remember that. The next thing that we did, and this is new, is jungle wood. So we've changed the jungle wood from pretty much this or this, just a little bit of an in-between version, to a greenish color wood. And in my world, I've been using this for quite some time, and going back and forth, it looks okay. You can use it. You can use it in both ways, in the pink way and in this way, and it still looks okay. So yeah, I'm happy with it. Changed the log a little bit, just the inside face. The outside face, all of my logs have a little bit of a shadow on the outside to help make them look a little more round. But then we changed the plank to a greener color as well. All the wooden items connected to it match that as well. There were some item things that I had to change. I forgot to change the boat texture to match it and all that stuff, but it all matches now. Now within the wooden planks, let's grab this guy. I think this will be the best one that we can tell from. In the wooden planks, you can see that there are some dark shadows in some of the planks and some highlights in some of the planks. And I've got these varying. So as you can see, it makes the wooden plank texture a little bit more interesting as well. There's a little dark next to some light, next to some regular. It's pretty cool. I think it looks good. So that is continuous through all of the planks. Some of them more defined than others. Again, those might be fine-tuned at some point, but that's through all the planks. The birch, which got broken in version 1.12, is now fixed. And within the birch, I have varying degrees of the little black marks in it. Helps make it look a little bit nicer. This, my friends, is a note block. A texture that we already have in the jukebox. So if this is a very important texture to you, go ahead and go find a diamond and make one of those. Outside of that, super easy to craft, little redstone, little wood, and you get some crates that you can put around. The reason why I think this is good is because people use the default version of note blocks as kind of crates around docks and storage areas anyway. So it kind of makes sense. Just make it look a little bit more like a crate and it should be good. Clean this up. No, we don't need to clean that up. Let's move on back, okay? Bookshelves. Last time we spoke, I had changed the bookshelves. I've now adjusted them even further to make the books look a little bit more realistic. Not all books, unless you're in like a kid's playhouse, books aren't super bright and vibrant in color. Boy, you're making a dark, aren't you? So these are a little less vibrant in color, and I think these bookshelves really, really look fantastic. There's multiple different versions, multiple fullnesses. Some have bottles of Enchanting in them, some don't. But that's a nice looking bookshelf, ain't it? Whew, it looks good. I like it. Also, podzol. I've changed podzol up to have several different textures, some with sticks in it, some with a little bit of dirt in it. And it's a much nicer looking block. Use that for forests. It's a fantastic one. Change the red and yellow flowers to have different variants and be kind of a little bit of a different style. Looks really nice out in the nature. So, let's talk about these leaves. Acacia leaves. What is this? Dark oak leaves. They had the exact same texture as oak leaves. I thought this is a great opportunity to give ourselves some new fun leaves to play with. So here is our acacia leaf here, which rotates around. So you're going to have different looks from time to time on these. And the same thing for here on the dark oak. They rotate around, and then you also get little red berries from time to time, or flowers, whatever you want to call them. So yeah, we added this resource pack. Very good. This is bone meal. A bone block, and I've changed it slightly. There is still a little bit of a round circle in the side of it, but it's not there as much. I changed it to be kind of just like more of a white texture because we got this new white concrete, but it's blue. It's light blue. So let's get a white block in here, huh? I think it looks good, and they actually work together fairly well. So this is the World of Color update. So we've got all the new concrete colors. These colors are pretty close to the actual colors that they have. I think they're all exact, but I've added a little bit of texture to them. Two varying types, some a little more smooth than others, and they go back and forth a little bit. And I think this helps for us. This is a builder's resource pack. So this helps make it a little more usable for us builders. Those perfectly flat blocks, not so much. So this works out very nice. I've also retextured most of the VEDs. This is going to be a big work in progress. Work in progress. Yes, work in progress. Some of them different. This one's got some light blue sheets. The white bed can be kind of for like, you know, I don't know. Where would you put a white bed? But these are all kind of the same until you get to the pink one. There's a little heart on it. And then this one is a little more, I've tried to make this match kind of my elven city. So it's a little different style, like the boards come up on the side and the sheets tuck into that. And then the black one is stone, a little more dirty, a little more gross looking. But then the rest of the beds are the same. As time goes on, those will all eventually change and probably get their own theme. Maybe the red one will be the only one that remains default. Who knows? But anyway, that's kind of our update. The only change that I made to the powder is the black powder. It was pretty blue. So I made it kind of match the black concrete a little bit better. So yeah, that's the only change I've made to the powder. The rest is all normal and regular. Enchanting table, we've updated that and changed that just slightly. We've changed the iron armor. Long ago, I changed iron to, let's look at the iron block, shall we? Where is it? Oh, it's over here. No, it's not. I removed it. I changed all of our iron to kind of match up with this because I saw the cauldron. Where art thou? The cauldron and the hopper are all kind of this color, and they're made from iron. So I said, let's make all the iron look like that. So everything iron related is now kind of within this theme. All the tools, all the armor, some darker than others, but that's okay. The buckets, the flint and steel, which that's on backwards for some reason. I have no idea why. I never even changed it or touched it. Maybe that's normal. But yeah, pretty much everything iron related. And those of you that mentioned the iron nugget, thank you. That is also that color as well. And then the leather has always had this kind of brown. This brown has always been right here, 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 and here on the pants, which I've never been a fan of. No matter what color you dye your armor, you're going to have this brown color. So I thought this made a little more sense for leather armor to have kind of a metal piece kind of holding it together. And it works well in the colored versions. Now lately, on the Hermitcraft server, I've been dyeing armor, and I was a little disappointed that the normal glint, the shine for enchantments, would kill the color. It would just destroy the color and make it look all purple. As a matter of fact, let's go back to vanilla so we can get a peek at that. Look at how pink. It went from red to pink instantly. It's a little too overwhelming. It's a little too much for my taste. So now we have this. And it stays red, but then you get a little shine from time to time. The same goes for the books, these bottle potions, anything that has this glint. It'll just get a little bit of a whoosh, which a very fantastic subscriber helped me with at the last minute today. Sent me an image over that was super, super helpful. So that works out really nice. I like that. This is just a little... Oh, that's got to be moved over. Hey, I thought I fixed that. That'll be fixed before we put this out. This will be over 1 block. But, yeah, this is the... How does it look on the backside? That looks proper. Front side's all jacked up. I'll fix it. Anyway, this is out of the... You use a banner, you use a golden apple, and a die, and it usually does the Mojang symbol. Now, we're going to do the B-dub symbol. I don't know if you'll be able to create any cool things out of that, but that also works on the shield. Check this out. And I think it looks better on the shield. Yeah, it's lined up at least on the shield. So that's kind of cool. Just use a notch apple to do that. Another great suggestion I recently got was the iron on the pistons, change it to match this other iron. So we've done that as well. That looks pretty cool. Back in the day, we changed these, the end rods, to have stone texture on this side, which I think works out great. Here's all our glass textures, and I'm really debating making all the glass match this. I don't know. I think that's something that I'm going to have to do at some point, but we will see. We will see. Time will tell. I have to do some stuff with glass, but those are the ones that have kind of the cool medieval texture within them. Here's some older stuff as well. And stone bricks are changed to kind of match sandstone a little bit better. Sandstone has some different textures. This is all sandstone here. And then the smooth sandstone is kind of a brick texture. The same goes for the red sand, which I've changed to be a little bit more of a usable color, in my opinion. The sand as well also has different, it's hard to tell, but slightly different shades. On a large scale, you can tell. It's kind of like the grass, but toned down just slightly. Then our bricks, that's a different color. Gravel, we've updated. Dirt, we have different variations. Mossy cobblestone's a little different. Nether brick is black. We have the nether brick to match it now. Pumpkins, I removed the face. And wheat just got an overhaul as well, where it looks a little better. It doesn't look like it's all glowing and shiny. I think it looks good. We've also updated all the crops. Potatoes, carrots, beets, they all kind of look different at the same time. Ooh, since we're here, I added a big painting. This is a solar system painting that could go well in like, I don't know, some, you know, all the places where you put a solar system painting, right? That's in here too. The path blocks have varying textures, varying colors. We'll be expanding that eventually. The tree leaves have different shades, just slightly different shades. You can tell this one's a little darker than the others. Some are a little lighter than the others. But now let's go on to the big one. The terracotta. The glazed terracotta, I should say. That's terracotta. No. Hardened clay is terracotta. So we've updated all of them except this one, because I feel like this is a block that people probably use for arrows all the time. Maybe I'll change it up a little bit at some point. And if you follow the Building with BdoubleO series, I usually will release any little minor updates I do on there from time to time and try to make it as obvious as possible. But there you go. White, orange, that's a floor tile. That's a roof tile. It's kind of a wall design tile. Roof. roof or floor. And then we've got kind of a cool design here and another floor tile. So that's pretty much all of them. You can pretty much make out the colors from what shade they are. That's yellow, that's purple, white, orange. I think you get the point. Pink, red. And these are kind of reminiscent of the Conquest roof textures. Those are fantastic textures. But yeah, I think that's pretty much it. Everything else is just little itty bitty changes that I've made throughout to help kind of make it look a little better, and everything to kind of blend together a little bit. So anyway, the glazed terracotta is going to be an add-on. So it's not going to be in here by default. That's going to be an additional thing you have to download. Of course, you're downloading these for free, so all you got to do is have it in here, pop it on top. But I figured not everybody's going to want to use that. So, because if you're using it for roofs or floors, it might look a little weird like this, right? So you can just do the regular resource pack like this and then add those on later. But anyway, available for you down in the description below. I'm going to make a little adjustment to this, start uploading it. Should be in the description, ready for you right away. So thanks so much for watching. Thanks for all your support. If you do use this, and if you come up with some cool designs and ideas using this resource pack, send me pictures over on Twitter. That's in the description as well. I love seeing some of the stuff that you guys do and how you use some of these ideas outside of how I've thought of using it. It's always really fun. But anyway, love you guys to death. Hopefully you enjoy this resource pack, and we'll see you all later.